Hey everyone across the World Wide Web, this is Landon, aka DJ New Spirit. I hope and pray each and every one of you are safe and sound during the time of this pandemic. This crazy 2020 has been very tumultuous. I really do genuinely mean with the utmost of my heart that you all are safe, sound, that you are with your loved ones, you're calling your family, your friends, anyone that you might have odds and ends with. And I just say this genuinely because although this is a video game and we're getting away from certain realities, remember to not betray yourself and betray who you are as a person. I can't stress this enough. Love is what we need right now, and I can't stress that enough. And I mean that genuinely. But moving forward, you guys see me, I'm rocking the Kadi costume from Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha for the character Kadi. And we may know him from that, but he's also from an original Japanese game called Fighting Layers. And then we had the EX Fighting Layer game that came out in, I believe, about 2 years ago. And the game is pretty popular, I think. And you have what you call the spirit of Street Fighter. And Kaidi is the Ryu clone with the long hair, but then it went from jet black to gray since he was subjected to the Shura. So, but anyways, we're going to talk about some damage opportunities here. So let's talk about some damage opportunities with Ryu here, with Denjin Renki. We're going to talk about meterless, and we're going to talk about with meter attacks here. We're going to start off with the basics. We're going to start off with V-trigger. We're going to do standing medium punch into crouching uppercut into Raiko Hadouken into HPDP. So good meterless damage off of that. You got 303 in damage, and then stun output of 552. Okay. Now we're going to do standing medium punch, crouching uppercut into HP Fireball into EXDP. So you get 331 in damage, more damage, and then more stun output of 552. Let's look at the next sequence. Okay, now we'll do standing medium punch, crouching uppercut into EX Fireball into HPDP. So you get higher stun and higher damage output using EX Fireball than you would that of EXDP, which I find odd. The strike itself is infused and you're getting less output, both damage and stun. Very, very odd. Okay, now we're going to do standing medium punch into crouching uppercut into LK Tatsu, low kick Tatsu into EXDP. All right, so you get 339 in damage and then 552 in stun. A little less than what you would get, but with that option, you get more, it seems. And it's also very good while you're in neutral as well, too, because of the factor that Ryu can implement some high damage opportunities with that. All right, now we're going to do standing medium punch into crouching uppercut into EX Tatsumaki into HPDP while infused with V-trigger. So you get more damage output, less stun, but it seems like EX Tatsumaki, even though it's not infused with Denjin Renki, and you get HPDP, you get more damage output, which is very, very odd. All right, so we're going to do a series of combos using Solar Plexus Strike, and you all decide on what you're going to do with meter or without meter. Now, you guys ask yourself this question. Should I go for higher damage output or should I go for more stun? It's solely up to the discretion of the opponent as long as you have a proper strategy that's behind it. And it seems like if you're doing 2 bars a meter, you're getting more damage, but you just kind of think about when you will want to do that. When would you expense that amount of EX meter and so forth? Because you're talking about what the situations may vary. Should you be stingy about using your meter or should you hold on to meter, etc.? But in particular dire situations, and if you need to spend the cash, as they say, then you should. But it just kind of gives you an eye-opening thing on how this damage is regulated with this character. It doesn't make sense that a lightning infused punch would do, or dragon punch would do less damage than that of a projectile. Although Ryu's character or archetype is directed more solely towards the projectile, still Ryu hits like a truck. So they have to Capcom will kind of have to rethink about how they're doing this, because if you ask me, the dragon punch should be doing more damage, and it shouldn't take the EX Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku or the Hurricane Kick, EX Hurricane Kick, to do more damage while only using 1 stock a meter, which is very odd. So I hope you all enjoyed watching the video. I try to be as descriptive and informative as possible, but you all take care of yourselves and each other, and you be the person or the individual to make the sole discretion of what you would do in particular situations. But me personally, I feel Capcom should do something about rebalancing this. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Blessings.